So I used to own a little bit of software on my old MacBook Pro that allowed me to record the screen. And it turns out that nowadays with Shift Command 5, you get a little menu and you can just set your settings and record the screen. So I thought I'd have a little go making a little Photoshop tutorial showing you what I've been up to, making this little app based off my actual calculator, which could do with a little bit of cleaning. Anyway, so let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome to my day 17 of 100 Days of Swift. The last couple of days I had this idea to recreate this calculator, as you can see right behind me in Photoshop, rather than just use the template that was provided in an earlier day in the Udemy course I've been doing from App Brewery. Anyway, as I've been keeping track of my progress during this 100-day challenge, learning how to code using Xcode and Swift, um, I've been gathering pictures, snippets of video, like kind of getting back in the swing of things of doing a challenge like this and keeping myself accountable. And I thought, yeah, why not? Why not put together a little tutorial video, see how iMovie on the Mac works as opposed to just doing it on my phone like I used to before. Like let's see what I can put together. So that's kind of what this video is. It's not too seriously, but I just wanted to, get a feel for editing on a bigger screen. So let's get into it. I tend to select the numbers on the buttons. I use the marquee tool to make a rough selection, and then using the polygonal selection tool or lasso, while holding down the option key, I cut out from that rough selection a tighter fit. Then it's Command Shift J on my Mac to make a separate layer from that selection. It does cut it out of the previous one, and that the reason I tend to do that is um, so I can move it around without the original showing behind it. I use the stamp tool to cover up the hole left behind. You press S for the stamp tool. You hold down the option key to make a selection from where you'd like to clone. Don't forget the opacity matters. I tend to have opacity set low for when I'm making art, but in this case, I had to set it to 100%, which you can easily do by just hitting the 0. There we have it. We have a clean key. Now, the key being the button being on its own layer, I can make a quick selection, Command T, and I just flip it because I want to give the impression that when you press it, um, you get to see some different sides. Selecting the number, hitting the V button, I get to move things around with the cursor buttons. So I put it in its new position. Command T to do a command transform, and I use a little bit of perspective and a little bit of rotation to make it look as if the number is moving along with the pressed down button. So there we go. To tidy things up just a little bit, I'm gonna merge these two, rename it, and then I am going to transform once again and use the warp in the transform tool to make the button fit a little better in its hole. Oh wait, it's not that time yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Um, Selecting the letter, and I'm adding a little bit of shading where necessary with the dodge tool. Now in this new version of Photoshop, I found that a lot of the tools are not actually added to the toolbar. You might have to add them using the 3 dots button. You can add them to where they were in earlier versions. So you can just hold down the tool in question, and then you get to select the other versions of the same tool. So dodge, burn are all on the same. Here we go. This is what I was mentioning earlier. I'm just using the warp of the free transform tool just to make it fit in a little bit better, and then adding a little bit more light to the button to make it fit in. Showing the top layer, I can now toggle between buttons on or off. And that is my little tutorial.
So the part I'm at right now is I need to move everything over. So let me just hit, I totally forgot to. So let me just show you really quickly. I've got my calculator buttons right here. I have a background. I've merged them together into this one single image. And if I just, oh, there you go. This is the single image that is going to be in the background, right? I'm not using this one. And let me just make that window go away. Animation, timeline, it's called, I think. So this is going to be the image in the background. And then here I have folders upon folders, right? As you can see, of all the buttons cut out. And so the image in the background is going to be with all the buttons pressed down. And so the buttons I have cut out, they are going to have to be placed on top of this image so that when the user touches it, they disappear, giving you the impression of a pressed down button. That's my plan. So how do I get all these layers into this little folder over here? That is my my next mission, and there's a shortcut, and I believe it is, let's see, Photoshop. Let's see, automate. No, export. Quick export as PNG. Layers to files. That's the one. And then you actually get to set visible layers only. Good, because there's a whole bunch of buttons that are not necessary. Ah, look, that's new. Trim layers is already built in here. Awesome. What is PNG 8? I just want PNG. Okay, whatever. Visible layers only. Trim the layers for me. Thank you very much. Browse. Make sure it is up. This one. And then run the program. There we go. So I guess we'll just watch together.